Kepler's theory described the planets orbiting the Sun not in perfect circles, but in ellipses. Such an apparently small change was truly revolutionary and an ingenious solution that would entirely remove the need for epicycles. So, did this great discovery bring Kepler joy and fame? Was he celebrated as a genius for his important discovery? No. As with Copernicus, his ideas were too revolutionary to be quickly accepted. It was only after his death that his work was taken up by other scientists to be further developed. Orbiting in ellipses, where one focus of the ellipse would be fixed at the Sun. This became known as Kepler's first law. The difference was small enough not to have been discovered before, yet large enough to noticeably affect the planet's motions. Orbiting objects follow elliptical paths, including the Earth's artificial satellites. Here, the Earth being at one focus. If both foci of an ellipse are brought to the same point, a circle is formed, a circle being a special form of ellipse. The further the foci are drawn apart, the more stretched the ellipse becomes. Using Tycho Brahe's careful observations, Kepler was able to make a further discovery. By studying planets, he found that objects in elliptical orbits did not travel at a set speed. The closer they were to the focus, the faster they went. Interestingly, a line drawn out to an orbiting object over a set time will always sweep out an equal area. This is Kepler's second law. Laws are central to modern spaceflight. They are used to calculate the paths of spacecraft and to control the thousands of satellites that orbit our planet.
Orbital insertion 1 complete. First correction burn in 90 seconds.
Explorer, roger that. You'll go to TP1.
Have you ever wondered how a spacecraft can navigate accurately to a space station traveling at 20 times the speed of sound? These exacting maneuvers rely upon Kepler's laws. First, a powerful carrier rocket forces the spacecraft through the resistance of the atmosphere and out into initial orbit. Here, the spacecraft is released and smaller maneuvers are carried out, with brief bursts from the engines adjusting its orbit to meet up with the space station. To raise the orbit, a first burn pushes the craft into an elliptical orbit. At the opposite side of Earth, a second burn re-establishes a circular orbit. This fuel-efficient way to change the height of orbit is known as a Hohmann transfer and is calculated using Kepler's laws. After small adjustments nudge them into exactly the orbit they need, the astronauts must now wait. In this phasing orbit, they are lower than the space station and so they orbit more quickly. They wait as their spacecraft catches up to its target. At just the right moment, another transfer is used to place the spacecraft directly in front of the space station. Finally, the craft turns in a delicate maneuver and approaches the station. Skills gained from the missions to the International Space Station have paved the way for the next historic step for human space travel: to land on another planet, Mars. A Mars mission will require the design and testing of multiple complex systems. The craft must be capable of sustaining life across hundreds of millions of kilometers of space, protecting the astronauts from harmful radiation. Mars are key. After leaving Earth orbit, the craft becomes a satellite of the Sun, orbiting it in accordance with Kepler's laws. To reach Mars, the mission's solar orbit must be massively increased. Mars orbits the Sun at about 1.5 times the distance of Earth. A Hohmann transfer is used, but the huge scale of this maneuver means it will take over half a year. It is critical to correctly calculate when to begin the transfer. Kepler's third law is now called in. This law relates the time of orbit to height, with objects at greater height taking longer to complete an orbit. This, with the other laws, is used to predict the future position of Mars. Crucially, the required positioning of Earth and Mars to allow this to happen occurs only once every 2 years.
Sunny ঘুমায় গেছে কোথা দেন একটা দেন দেখছে জীবনে প্ল্যানেটেরিয়াম
Mars has long been an object of fascination. Once mysterious, it may soon become our second home. Such an incredible leap into our future would never have been possible without past generations of scientists. We have a duty to continue their work,
ঘুমাচ্ছ কেন
each of us building on the discoveries of those who have gone before. We must not be afraid to explore, to dream, and to discover.